Chapter 7. January 26th, 1900. I can't believe what just happened. I need someone to explain it to me. I will take it slowly. Maybe writing it down will help clear things up. The last time I wrote, I was in tall trees, and only 2 days ago the road cleared enough to dare the descent. If I say I was praying no animal would ambush us during such a delicate maneuver, that's an understatement. The poor traction of the wheels, the weight of the wagon, and my 2 restless mares. Oh, it was an exhausting experience. When we finally reached flat land, it was time to breathe and think. The long stay at Manzanita Post left my pockets dry. I have enough goods to sell, but going to the McFarland Ranch wouldn't bring me as much money as returning to Blackwater. It's far, but being a city gives me the certainty that I'll be safe at night, and that I can sleep in the wagon without having to pay for a stable. I've never written about my wagon. Let me explain. My wagon is my greatest pride. It isn't a white top. Mine is closer to a Vardo, a living wagon. Carefully designed and built by me. Inside, at the back, I have a small bed where I lie with my legs slightly bent, a cupboard, many closed cabinets, a seat, and a long table, along one of the side windows where I create my products. It's quite comfortable, though whenever I can, I try to sleep under a proper inn's roof and bed. And yes. Amid all this, I was also thinking about her. Oh, God. Why did I have to set my eyes on a married woman? I'm doomed. The best thing I could do is forget her. Go, make money, and leave as soon as I can. The girls, Daisy and Belle, know that by following the trail we'll reach somewhere. Belle made a snort as soon as she saw the buildings on the horizon. The rest of the day wasn't very interesting. Too late for the market, I looked for a place to stop. Behind the inn, there's a place that belongs to no one, and people use it as a hitching post. I left the girls there, gathered my last coins, and ate something at the saloon. I returned to the wagon and lit my lamps. Half undressed, shirt and trousers, I settled at the table with one mission: finish the pending tonics and label them. That's nothing exciting. I'd been absorbed for hours among glass bottles, funnels, corks, ink, and quill when I felt Daisy shift, letting out a snort. I looked up through the window. The moon bathed everything in a bluish tone, hard enough for me to see, and among all the shapes, I saw something moving. Startled, I knocked over one of my buckets. What a curse I spit out, only to look again and realize it was a familiar face. "Good evening, Mr. Emmerich." I pushed up my glasses, eyes wide. She carried a candle in her hand, wearing her white, delicate nightgown, full of ruffles at the cuffs and shoulders. I hurried down and stood there staring at her, swallowing hard. My nerves wouldn't let me push enough air through to make my vocal cords work. "Mrs. Carr," I murmured. My pupils darted, trying to recognize her. Her loose hair, dark as the night above us, and her bare feet were such a contrast to the refined hairstyles and clothing she wore every day. It was entirely different from what I was used to seeing. She crouched down, setting the candle holder on the ground. "What are you doing out at this hour? Alone?" I asked, alarmed. But she didn't seem worried at all. "I can't sleep," she said calmly. "When that happens, I come out to look at the moon." But... I stepped closer cautiously, lifting my hand. "It's winter. It's cold." "Don't worry. I'm used to this." "And your husband? He's going to..." "Daniel sleeps like the dead. He knows I wander sometimes. It's nothing new." She hugged her legs and looked up at the stars. As for me, I'd lost count of how many times I nearly suffocated holding my breath. Have you noticed how the moon looks like it has a cat's face? Like what? A cat's face? Like a tabby, she said, pointing up, tracing shapes in the air. I laughed before I could stop myself. She smiled back. You have an interesting imagination, Mrs. Carr. Lena, please. Call me Lena. Her face always carries that quiet sadness, even when she's smiling. Lena, then. She thanked me. I noticed her wedding ring, right hand. Funny thing, isn't it? I swallowed hard. Do you travel a lot, Mr. Emmerich? Hal, I said. Hal's fine. Unusual name. As much as yours, I grinned. I've ridden New Hanover, Amberino, Lemoyne, West Elizabeth. You should have seen how her face lit up. It was a beautiful change to witness. She even looked younger. Then, I imagine you must have many stories to tell. I don't know about many. After all, I'm just a man trying to survive. Well, I think that's difficult for everyone. You've got yourself a good life, I said before I could stop myself. In fine dresses. You're young. Her shoulders curled inward. I stepped closer and sat beside her, far enough to respect her space. The sad look returned as she twirled her ring with her left hand. I suppose, she said, but I can't understand his mind. I can't make him happy. It's complicated. An uncomfortable silence followed. Why did I ask about him? Apparently not all that glitters is gold. I'm sorry, I murmured. It doesn't matter. She shook her head. It's natural to want to understand what one doesn't know. Maybe at some point we can talk about it. I nodded. Then she looked at my wagon and smiled again. Your carriage is beautiful, like an amber stone shining in the night. Huh? I laughed. Shaking my head in disbelief, I replied, It's just an old wagon. I built it myself a few years ago. It's worn in some places, and it creaks when it moves. But it's yours. You owe nothing to anyone. I lowered my gaze. I'm sure I blushed. You're right. You know, you're the first person who likes it. After me, of course. She didn't let me finish. She stood up and walked toward the wagon, leaving her candle holder behind. I hurried after her. She stopped in front of the door and turned around. I suppose you have many books. Yes. May I see? I reckon my mouth fell open like a trout. Why would you want to see? I'm sorry. She looked down. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. My mind raced. The moon, the walks, the travels, the stories, and the books. Suddenly, it all made sense. She isn't looking to intrude. She's looking for something different to the inn. Lena, Daniel might wake up. It wouldn't be good if he saw you here. He won't. I know him. He'll sleep peacefully until morning. He doesn't care that I suffer from insomnia. It's all the same to him. Softly and sinfully, I gently took her hands. She did not pull away. She gave me the most attentive look I've ever received from her, staring directly into my eyes. Lena, don't tempt your luck any further. Go back to your bed for tonight. Tomorrow, if you wish, I can tell you a story before you sleep. I promise." And just like that, she nodded. Letting go, she picked up the candle holder and said goodbye. And now I lie on the floor of my wagon, wondering what kind of mess I've just gotten myself into.